Hi guys, my name's Steph Prem, founder and director of Studio PP and your Medibank Live Better at Home ambassador. And today I'm excited to take you through some exclusive content for our Medibank subscribers or our Medibank Live Better at Home subscribers. And this is some pre and postnatal content. As always, please consult with your health professional before starting any exercise program or new routines, pre or postnatal. What makes a healthy, happy baby? A healthy, happy mum. So we need to keep you strong. Like we always say, fit your own oxygen mask before you fit others. So we want to keep you feeling strong. We want to keep you feeling healthy throughout so that you've got the strength and the energy to look after your new baby. You will need a foam roller for this workout, or if you don't have a foam roller at home, you can just use a couple of cushions or a couple of towels stacked or rolled up underneath your sit bones. What I've done is I've brought myself up, right up on top of my roller, and I'm going to bring my knees all the way forward. So I'm crossing my legs, bringing my knees right forward, and then sitting my sit bones back on my roller or up on the cushion. So what that does is just stacks the hips and stacks the pelvis and helps you just connect to the deep breath and through to your pelvic floor. So we're just going to start with the breath here. Hands on your lower belly, or you can go one hand on heart and one hand on lower belly. And we're just going to start with that breath in through the nose. Big exhale out through the mouth. Big inhale through the nose. Feeling that belly rise and feeling the ribs fill with air. Big exhale out. Big deep breath in. Big exhale out. And you should start to feel the body and the mind just start to soften as you tap into that rest and digest function. It's so important throughout your entire pregnancy to connect to that breath. So do as many breaths here as what you feel comfortable with, or however long it takes for you to turn the volume down on any of that stress, tension, or congestion you may be holding in your body. Roll the shoulder blades back and down, keeping the spine nice and long. And then from here, we're just going to take one hand down to the side of the roller or down to the mat, wherever you may be, and then bring that opposite hand up and over into a nice lateral stretch. So we're just opening up through the side body, creating some space through the ribs and through the vertebrae. And if you are in your third trimester, you're going to struggle to find a little bit more space, but that's okay. Just reach to where feels comfortable. Keep breathing. Inhale through center, exhale up and over. Inhale through center, exhale up and over. Two more here, reaching up and over, looking up to that elbow crease, opening up through that side body. One more here, coming up and over. Big deep breath, that's it, and all the way back down. From here, we're just gonna go into a nice neck stretch. So just bringing one hand up onto the head and drawing that ear down to your shoulder. We're not pulling, we're not straining, just some light tension on the head and neck here. And then both hands interlock, draw your chin forward and just open up through the back of the neck. Go to where feels comfortable. One more just like that, side to side. And if you're not comfortable on the roller or on the cushions, you can just sit yourself on a chair, find a nice comfortable spot. Bring the chin forward. Good, take the hands nice and wide. Take a nice big deep breath in, reach the hands up. Exhale, bring the hands back down to heart center. Take a nice big belly breath. And a big exhale out. Good, I'm going to take you through a couple of little foam rolling exercises. So hopefully you do have a foam roller. It's a wonderful investment throughout pregnancy and especially for postnatal work as well. So as long as you're comfortable, I'm going to get you down onto your front. So we're going to take that roller right directly underneath your thighs. So we're not up in the hip bones or up in the hip attachments. We're on our thighs and we're on our forearms. And we're just going to roll out through that connective tissue. So just taking some tension out of our quads and really connecting to that breath. You want a little bit of activation through the bottom here because we don't want to strain the belly, especially if we are doing this one in third trimester. So just light little rolls here, as comfortable as you may feel. And you may not feel comfortable rolling anymore at this point in your pregnancy. So you might just want to hold on some nice little tight spots. Roll and hold. Roll and hold. And just feel the tension dissipate, and then coming off the roller. Coming onto your side as long as you feel comfortable. You can really use that top leg to help you with the weight distribution. So the bottom leg is straight and the top leg is bent. And again, if it's too much, if you're not doing this just as mindful movement in trimester 1 and 2, you're really using this as your third trimester, you may just want to hold, and you may feel like that's more than enough. If you feel comfortable, you can start to roll and start to move. And big exhales as you push through the roller, adding a little bit of tension. And it's meant to feel a little uncomfortable. Again, we're just trying to create some length in the body. And we're just trying to nourish that connective tissue and keep the body really, really comfortable throughout pregnancy. So we'll do that on both sides, moving and shifting from side to side really gently and really comfortably. And then bringing yourself up again if you can onto your forearm. Good, using that top leg to really support you with the weight. Of course, if you're comfortable and you've had a healthy, happy pregnancy throughout, you can stack your legs, or if you're doing this in first and second trimester, you might feel comfortable still fully weight bearing. But otherwise, take that leg off. And again, if it's too much, just find a little tight spot, breathe into it and release. Find another little tight spot, breathe into it and release. Beautiful, coming off that roller comfortably. And now we're going to sit ourselves up on the foam roller. So what I'll get you to do is just lift your little bum up. Your hands come back behind you. So you want to support yourself, support your weight with your hands. And we're going to take your right leg over your left leg, support yourself here. And the right knee is the one that's up. So we're going to take our weight over onto the right side. So we shift the weight into that right butt cheek, and then we're just going to roll out through the glute, through the right glute, and through those right hip attachments. Taking a nice big deep breath as you do. And if you have had some lumbar spine pain throughout your pregnancy or stiff lower back, this is going to feel glorious. So keep breathing here as you roll out through the body. Big deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And then we're going to swap sides, coming to the left side now, and you'll notice I shifted my weight onto that left butt cheek, and we're just rolling out through here. Deep breaths again, don't hold your breath. And if you are in your third trimester and you're not comfortable up in this position, you can do the same stretch with the legs down, and you can just lean from side to side and still find that same stretch. So again, you can adjust accordingly throughout your pregnancy. And you know, there's days throughout pregnancy where you feel wonderful and you feel alive and your body is stimulated and switched on with all your happy hormones. And there's going to be days where you feel a little bit flat and a little bit more exhausted because your body is creating a human, and that takes a lot of work and that takes a lot of effort. So there's going to be days where you just feel a little more lethargic and a little bit more run down. Don't be hard on yourself on those days. Your body is hard at work. So do nice restorative exercise and movement practices like this to ensure that your body feels like it's being nourished, it's being looked after and nurtured throughout this experience. From here, this one's gonna look really funny. We call this the getting jiggy with it, but the hands are behind you, chest is up and shoulders are back. And what you're going to do is just shimmy the hips, or jiggy the hips, I should say, side to side. So it looks a little bit funny. So you want little jelly legs here, and you're just shaking side to side. But like I mentioned before, if you do have any stiffness through your pelvis, through your lumbar spine, or through any of your attachments throughout your pregnancy, this is just such a wonderful release tool to be able to stimulate that connective tissue and take a lot of pressure off your lower back and your attachments. So make sure you're breathing. 3, a few more little jiggies, 2, good. Big exhale, and 1. And then we're going to come off that roller and just placing that roller to the side. Hopefully you already feel like the body is feeling a little bit more relaxed. And from there, we're going to turn ourselves round onto all fours, come into a 4-point position, however feels most comfortable for you. And we're just gonna start with a nice cat-cow. So just rounding the spine, really creating space in the vertebrae, and then bringing your chest through. Good, inhale, rounding the spine. Depending how you're feeling today, you can just manage your pace and your breath accordingly. Inhale, exhale. 2 more here. All the way up and all the way down. And then we're going to take our knees nice and wide, and we're going to leave our bums up high today. So we're going to come down onto our forearms, leaving our sit bones so that they're sitting up towards the ceiling. So not into a full child's pose all the way back, especially if we are doing this later on in our pregnancy. I want there to be space for your belly to be relaxed and to hang down towards the mat. And I want your head to just come into your forearms. So my bum is sticking up to the sky. It's almost like I'm twerking my little bum back behind me. And I'm just connecting to that breath. So I'm just going to let the belly fall to the mat. And I'm just going to connect to that breath in through the nose. Big exhale out through the mouth. Big deep breath in. And a big exhale out. I want you to stay in that position for me and keep breathing. So I will cue you with that breath in through the nose and a big exhale out through the mouth, each time letting the belly go. And now what I want you to think about is connecting the pelvic floor also. Now that the breath is working, your uterus is in a position where it's pulled away from the pelvic floor now, so you feel like you can create a little bit more space. And you can do a little bit of pelvic floor activation here in stimulation. So switch it on. Good. And as you exhale, activate, and then let it go. Deep breath in. You're in control of those pelvic floor muscles. And this will really help you with your postnatal exercise and your postnatal training too. So it's really good to invest some time in your pelvic floor activation now, so that you don't have any issues in what they call the 4th trimester or the postnatal phase as well. One more big deep breath there, guys, in through the nose. And a big exhale out through the mouth. And then bring yourself back to all fours, making sure the knees are directly underneath the hips and the hands are directly underneath the shoulders. And we're just going to take a nice bird dog, taking that right hand all the way out and taking your left leg back. Then bringing it all the way down. We want it nice and smooth. So slide or glide the hand and the leg along the mat and coming all the way down. This is just some deep core activation here. So you can take this as slow as you like. And I really like to think about being really active through the bottom arm, through the supporting arm. And then drawing up and activating that pelvic floor. Keep breathing. Again, you pick your tempo, you pick your pace. And like I mentioned, if you have any stiffness or tension in the body, just doing some deep pelvic floor and lower core activation each day will help take some tension off the lumbar spine and off the hips. So as long as you still feel okay doing this single leg work, if it's not okay, then just do some extra cat-cow work here. Stay on all fours, which is nice and safe for you here. 2 more here, keep breathing. Nice, exhale, 1 more here. Good, and then sit yourself all the way back to your heels and round the shoulder blades back and down. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Bring yourself all the way back to all fours. Hopefully you're still comfortable here. And from here, all we're going to do is reach the hands all the way up to the sky, and we're going to go for a nice thread the needle. So we're going to take the hand under the body, rotate and wrap, and hold that stretch here. So looking to the pinky finger and holding that stretch. Coming all the way back up. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way down. Coming all the way back through center. Swapping sides, reach that back arm up. Exhale, come all the way through. We're going to stay here for a breath. Inhale. Good. And bring that hand all the way up. And then exhale down again. Hold the stretch today. Looking to the pinky finger. Good. Holding that stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back through center. From here, we're just going to take our legs to the side. So if you missed where the legs were, then you can start up and then just slip them round to one side, creating a mermaid tail. And we're just going to come into a nice mermaid stretch. So taking your forearm down to the mat. But if that's not comfortable at this stage in pregnancy for you, just keep the hand high, whatever feels right. Bring that outside hand up and over into a nice mermaid stretch. Deep breath in. Exhale, coming all the way back up, using that bottom arm and then reversing the stretch back the other way. Coming all the way back down. Let's come up and over again, reaching up into that side body, looking up to that elbow crease and coming all the way back down. Top hand comes up and over, breathing and releasing, and then bringing the feet back through center. And then coming the other way, so making a little mermaid tail back the other direction, down to your forearm or your hand, whatever feels right. And reach that outside hand up and over, looking up to the elbow, all the way back up, reaching up and over with that other arm. Good. Just go to where you feel comfortable. As that belly grows, it gets harder and harder to get into these stretches. But at this phase in our pregnancy, it's not about flexibility. It's really about getting our body feeling comfortable, feeling strong, and preparing it for birth. So I just want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel relaxed in your body. And remember that there's a lot of relaxin running through your body at this point. So you're going to feel more flexible than normal, but that doesn't mean that I want you to go deeper into these stretches. And make sure that we're just moving our body really comfortably, but not taking it to that extra degree. So to finish, we're going to open up our hips, which tend to get really tight through pregnancy. So I'm going to get you to come onto your knees, and then you're going to step forward with your left leg. Now from here, it's really tempting to lean into that stretch, but what I'm going to get you to do is stay up nice and tall and tuck. So I've got my left leg forward. I'm going to tuck my right butt cheek under, and that you'll find will open up through that front hip flexor. So I'm not deeply going into the stretch. I'm up tall, tucking that bum under and holding that stretch. We're going to stay here for 5. We go for 4, 3, 2, or 1. And now we can take the right leg is down. We take the right hand behind the head and we reach away and to the side. And you will find that that just enhances that stretch from the psoas to the hip flexor, opening up through that side body, breathing into that stretch. And releasing. Use your hands or however you feel most comfortable to take yourself out of that position and bring that right leg forward. Again, we're going to tuck that left butt cheek under. So right leg is forward, left butt cheek is tucking, and we're just going to hold that stretch. So you squeeze the bum a little bit and then release the bum. And squeeze the bum a little bit and release the bum. Hold that stretch. Good, left leg is down, so we take the left hand up behind our head and then we reach up and over into that nice side stretch. Feeling that connection through the hip flexor and the psoas, holding that stretch for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly releasing that stretch, bringing those legs back underneath you. And if you're comfortable at this point in the pregnancy, you can sit back on your heels. But if that doesn't feel right, then just come into a nice cross-legged or lotus position if you feel comfortable here. And we're just going to finish with the breath. We're going to find a nice tall spine. Imagine I'm pulling you out through the crown of your head, sitting up nice and tall. Pull the shoulder blades back and down. Let the belly relax now. Feel your little sit bones underneath you. And we're just going to finish with 3 mindful breaths. In through the nose. And a big exhale out through the mouth. So palms open if you'd like some more energy today. If you're feeling a little flat, palms open for energy. And a big exhale. Or if you're feeling a little anxious or overstimulated, let's go palms down into the legs, which is a little bit more grounding. So push the hands down, big deep breath in. Big exhale out. One more all together, big deep breath in. And a big exhale out. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. Feel the whole body just recalibrate, feeling nice and relaxed. And I want you to take this feeling into the rest of your day, or I hope if you've done this late in the evening, it helps you have a really good night's sleep. For more tips, tricks, and inspiration for any of your movement needs, check out the Live Better at Home program. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you guys again soon.